Depending on where you're located in this big old world of ours, you may remember it as either the Sega Mega Drive or the Sega Genesis. And now, more than a quarter of a century after its original release in Japan, it's more convenient than ever to take these classic Sega games with you. My review is coming right up, so stick around.
Try it, buy it. Try it, buy it. We try stuff to help you decide if it's worth buying. With her review, here's your host, Sasha Dirmeitis.
Anytime during this video, visit cat5.tv/Sega to buy the product I'm about to review. The Sega Genesis Ultimate Portable Game Player is a stylish handheld video game player that comes preloaded with 80 games, including some of your favorite Sega Genesis games, such as Sonic the Hedgehog and Virtua Fighter 2. With a stunning and bright 2.8-inch display, this portable gamer is a great little handheld, but that said, you can also plug it directly into a TV for some big screen fun. We tried it on an old CRT as well as on a modern flat screen TV. The big screen play is just what you'd expect from the console version, but with the convenience of being able to unplug and take it with you. That also makes it something that mom can carry in her purse to keep the kids occupied during long waits, which saves everyone stress and makes the world a happy place. No longer do you have to drain your phone battery to keep yourself or the kids entertained. It's like having all the fun of phone games without having to download phone games, which is perfect. You just can't beat the tactile controller feel. Accelerometers and multi-touch displays do have their place, but if a D-pad and actual buttons is what you want, the Ultimate Portable has that retro controller feel, but unlike some of the portable game devices that have been released in the past, it really does look and feel like AtGames thought through the design very well, and even learned from others' mistakes. Let's get to the games. The Ultimate Portable from AtGames boasts that it has 80 games built in, with popular Sega Genesis games featuring Virtua Fighter 2, Streets of Rage 1 through 3, as well as the classic Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2 games. But as it turns out, only 40 of the included titles are the classic Sega Genesis games you remember. Only 40. That's still a lot of games. But the other 40 games are homebrew, no-name games that nobody's ever heard of. Most of which are so basic they aren't even really worth mentioning. The simplicity of the 40 no-name games is pretty bad in some cases. That said, in amongst the 40 filler games, we do indeed find a few gems, which still gives you quite a few playable games that would be fine for younger players who may not want a complex level-based game. Sparkling Truffle, for example, places 4 colored mushrooms on a screen, and you use the D-pad to repeat the pattern played by the game. It's pretty much a Simon clone, and while it's been done before, it does add a basic but playable title to the included games list. There's Sudoku and a handful of puzzle games, and another homebrew game called Panic Lift, which I actually really enjoyed despite its simplicity. It's a memory-type game where you stand in an elevator and people start joining you. As the elevator rises, you have to let them off at the floor they've requested. It's easy at first, but eventually you're dealing with more and more people and the challenge increases. Navigation through the games list is a breeze, with left and right moving you through the games list page by page, up and down allowing you to select a game from the current page. Now, back to the real reason we wanted the Ultimate Portable: genuine Sega Genesis games. As you can see from the list of games on the screen, there are a fair number of great games we recognized from the late 80s and early 90s. Virtua Fighter 2 is a classic Mortal Kombat style fighting simulation. The graphics are what you'd expect from a 1995 release date, but it's better than the Double Dragon handheld, which we still really enjoy. Everyone knows Sonic the Hedgehog, and all the greats are included in the Ultimate Portable. Sonic 1 and 2, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Spinball, and even Sonic and Knuckles. No downloads needed, no having to swap cartridges, they're all built in. You'll also find great games like Echo 1, 2, and Junior come as part of the Ultimate Portable. The Golden Axe and Streets of Rage series are there, as well as Vectorman 1 and 2, and several more classics. If you're up for a game of chess, that's in there too. It's actually not half bad. The AI is fast and reasonably intelligent. However, there's no option to decrease or increase the difficulty. If you're a chess master, you'll find it lacking. Then again, if you're a chess master, you're not likely playing chess on a 3-inch screen, so it levels out. For the casual player, it's fun and easy to use and plays really well. To see how children would respond to the retro gameplay and graphics, we have had some kids give it a go. We found that the youngest, Liam, who's 4, enjoyed it but found the games challenging. This made it hard for him to stay focused on any one game for any length of time, but he still enjoyed flipping through the many available game titles. His 7-year-old brother Zach and 9-year-old sister Tally absolutely loved it. Both went on the big screen and in the handheld mode. These children are experienced with Wii remotes and computer play. Having used computer keyboards for gameplay, the D-pad and buttons were easy to understand for them, and it was a quick adjustment to start enjoying the Ultimate Portable. However, passing the device on to 2 other children who were only experienced using a smartphone for gameplay, they had trouble grasping the fact that turning the game controller does not control the character on the screen. Those kids are more apt to get frustrated and may require a little more time and assistance to figure out gameplay at first. All in all, based on our limited tests, we'd say the Ultimate Portable is perfect for kids aged anywhere from 6 to 105 years old. The build quality is good, but it's plastic. I wouldn't recommend throwing it or being overly rough with it, and I wouldn't use it in the bath. And yes, I believe it will blend. That said, with normal use, you shouldn't have any trouble with the hardware. It feels good and solid, but it won't stand up to a hard drop. The Ultimate Portable has a built-in SD card slot, and there's a section in the instructions that instruct users to visit a special website to download yet more games to add to the unit. So let's take a look at that. What's this? There are only a few games available for download, and if I'm not mistaken, these are already on the device. Oh, but it says, more titles coming soon. How likely is that to happen? Plus, these are all games from the no-name games list. Truthfully, I want Sega Genesis games. So, if these games already exist on the system, why oh why are they promoting the fact that you can download more games and put them on an SD card to play? Seems a little misleading. Or is it? Now, let's get a bit geeky for a moment. The manufacturer shows us by providing these downloads that we can download some of their homebrew games and run them. The games are distributed in .bin format, and the instructions are provided on how to import those .bin ROMs. Therefore, we can make the deduction that even though they're being purposefully vague, that if you happen to have a backup of games that you've legitimately purchased stored as .bin ROMs, the Ultimate Portable will play them. Could download and play illegal copies of your favorite Sega Genesis games, but I wouldn't recommend it. Here's another great thing about the Ultimate Portable. You don't need to buy batteries for it. Even though the price is reasonable, a rechargeable battery is included, and it even comes partially charged for immediate out-of-the-box play. You can have hours of fun without having to buy expensive batteries. A USB cable is provided which allows you to charge the device by plugging it into a computer or USB charger. You can easily pick up a USB charger for a couple of bucks that'll plug into a normal power outlet for easier charging without needing a computer. If the battery should ever lose its ability to charge, a single screw opens up the compartment, allowing you to easily replace the battery. At low volume, the sound is acceptable, but if you crank the music up to 11, you'll definitely notice the sound becoming distorted. And unlike in Spinal Tap, the distortion is not wanted. To fix that, there's a headphone jack which offers perfect sound at ear-bleeding volumes without bothering your friends. If you're into big sound, you'll also be interested in big picture. Now, don't get me wrong, the built-in screen is excellent. It's fast, there's no ghosting even when Sonic the Hedgehog is running at top speed. But sometimes we want to plop down on the couch and make our games larger than life. The Ultimate Portable lets us do this by providing an AV output jack. Now, the cable isn't included, but we sell it in our store for a few bucks. No big deal and certainly worth getting. While connected to a TV, the volume knob on the Ultimate Portable still controls the volume, but the sound comes out of the TV. So if you have it too loud on your handheld, you will encounter some distortion. You can turn it down a bit on the handheld and use your TV volume to adjust it from there. The picture and sound quality when connected to the TV is about what you would expect from a retro game system. It's just like you remember it. It looks and plays great. Seeing Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on a 52-inch screen brings tears to my eyes. It's fast, responsive, and surprisingly, the picture looks pretty decent. The Ultimate Portable Game Player is a great gift for the retro game fan. but also works very well for younger children who would appreciate the portability and number of games while not being too caught up on the retro 16-bit graphics. The Ultimate Portable includes 40 Sega Genesis games and 40 bonus games and costs well under $100. It allows you to load an SD card with ROMs and play them on the device. It lets you play as a portable, free of wires, or connect to a big screen. It's playable right out of the box, and you get everything you need except an SD card if you want to load ROMs, and an AV cable to connect to a TV. Get the Ultimate Portable as well as optional accessories from our online shop. Jump right to this product at cat5.tv/Sega. Want more of my reviews? Check out Try It, Buy It at category5.tv. I'm Sasha Dirmeitis. Thanks for watching.